Good morning everyone and welcome to my office. We don't spend a lot of time in here together, do we? Today I'm going to set the challenge for myself to completely decorate my office ready for Christmas, but only with things from the op shop, which is a thrift shop. It's what we call them in Australia. It's short for opportunity shop. It's where our secondhand goods go. So much like a thrift shop, I want to decorate the full office with secondhand goods. One, to show that we can do it on a budget, and two, to show that we don't need new things to make a really beautiful space. This is what we're working with at the moment. It's not looking its best. There's wrapping paper and stuff everywhere. So I think it's a really good time to reset. I use this office every single day. We don't show it a lot of videos because often it's just where I work. It gets a little bit crazy, but I don't spend a lot of time outside of work in this room. It means it can become a bit of a dumping ground, and it really does deserve a bit of a spruce for Christmas. I'm excited. Let's go to some op shops. Let's see what's out there. The one thing about op shopping, and if you're an op shopper, you'll know that you don't always find what you're looking for on the first go. Op shops are really about this popping in an accumulation over time, seeing what's there. It's really down to the op shop gods to tell you whether you're going to get the thing you need. Maybe that's why in Australia they're called opportunity shops. Maybe. I think it's not, but let's go with that. Let's see what's out there. I think we're going to do a bit of a vintage vibe. The blue just makes anything gold or silver or anything metallic absolutely pop. So let's all take a moment to pray to the op shop gods that they will bless us on this day. Let's go. Okay, we're back home and I'm gonna make this quick because it is hot in the car. It's like nearly 30 degrees Celsius today, so it is hot. So let me make sure this is in focus. I lost a lot of my life in the op shop. It's like a time warp in there. So I went to Salvos and I went to Savers, and I only ended up getting two things really to add to our Christmas collection, but I think we'll make them a feature in the office, and then what we'll do is we'll add things that I already have so we're not buying new. So I got this pot. This was from the Salvos. It's really beautiful. I'll give you a better look later. And then I was looking for some red fabric that we could make into bows, and I found this very ugly, in my opinion, a very ugly like tablecloth situation that I'm going to turn into red bows because I think the red and the blue will contrast beautifully. We'll cut it up and we'll make it look beautiful. So let's get inside out of this heat and get started. So good. Before anything, coffee. I took too long, so I'm gonna try and smash this out. It's giving me motivation to be quick with my decorations, but still enjoy it. It is 12:15. Let's try and get it done by 1:15, so within the hour. Always have to have my coffee. I've had one today, so I didn't want any more dairy, so I'm having oat milk. This is a chocolate oat milk, and coffee and chocolate oat milk like in an iced latte. It's like the mocha of dreams. So good, so delicious. First things first, we have to tidy. Actually, let me show you very quickly what we got. So I only ended up getting these two things, which looks like not a lot because I spent like quite a few hours, but I also bought a pair of shoes and some clothes, so it wasn't a total loss. But I didn't want to buy things for the sake of buying things. I do have a lot in the house that we're going to use, so I didn't want to just buy things for the sake of this video. So I bought things that I really thought we would use and then use again. So this very cool pot vase, whatever you want to call it, in brass. It's got some very cool detailing. It looks very vintage, and I really wanted to get a vintage vibe for this area. So we're going to use this, and then I think this is the ugliest thing ever. But I really wanted some red with some gold sparkle through it to cut up and use for ribbons or bows, so I'll make them into little bows, and I think that the red will contrast the blue really well because this room is so cool with the feature blue grey feature wall. So I'm really excited to have something that really jumps out. So hopefully the brass and the red will contrast beautifully. And then I've also brought in candles that I already had. So like this is an apple honey butter candle, and because it's this beautiful deep red color, it will also just contrast the room beautifully. So hopefully we have enough in the house already to use to make a beautiful space. So let's get started. This wrapping paper is all here because if we have big bits of wrapping paper, we like to fold them up and use them again on smaller presents because we try to upcycle and reuse as much as we can. This branch here came off an olive tree that we have. We had to cut off quite a big branch and I loved using it to style. It's dried now. But I think something like this could be really helpful. Something we do not have a lack of is sticks, because we have this huge gum tree out the back and out the front of our house, so a lot of sticks do fall off, which Chai loves. So I think we should be using branches and sticks in this installment because I think it'll look really cool to have things like hanging off them. Wooden bowl with the metal handles, and I think it makes like a really beautiful piece in this room. Again, it just contrasts so nicely to the wall. Maybe we'll utilize this. Let's see how we go. I'm absolutely in love with these. I actually use them, like they're super usable and versatile, but they actually also look great in the office. So these are just spools of ribbon that I actually use to wrap presents, and then this is like spool of twine that we use to wrap gifts. Really good at Christmas time, but of course you can just replace the ribbon, you can replace the twine, and they're really usable. They're just so good to have, and I think they look so good out. This area is mainly used for wrapping gifts, writing cards, like doing day-to-day stuff. We use it to create crafts, like I'm always doing some kind of DIY, so it's a really good workspace, and these get used a lot, so I'll probably try to keep them out just for like the functionality of it all. Here is our area, nicely cleaned. One day I will definitely swap out some of this art in Christmas time for maybe some more Christmassy art, but I'm yet to find some that I really love. Okay, I went outside and I found a whole heap of sticks. And Chai is thrilled about me bringing sticks in the house and is wondering why I am not giving them to him. We're going to see if we can create a little branch number using the beautiful golden pot because it is so lovely against the blue, although I do feel like it could sit up a bit, maybe on something to make it feel like a little bit more elevated. Perhaps the books that were here would make a good, does that look better? I think that does look better. Let's see if we can create some kind of stick, beautiful stick situation. A stick-situation, as it is. How big are we looking? I want something to kind of go across. That's cute. I like the way it sticks out like that. I think we're gonna need some sort of packaging. This is why you keep the packaging from everything, so you can use it for Christmas things. I like that. And then I would sort of want, I really like the gum nuts on here. Gum nuts is so quintessentially Australian Christmas. Why do I always think this will be quick? 5 hours later. 10,000 years later. Okay. I think we just need to pack her up and it could work. I think you have to trust the process with me on this one. Trust the process. When I work with sticks, I never have the ability to like know where they are in space, and I'm always working things with them. That's pretty sturdy. I managed to get the gum nuts there, so it's looking okay. Let's move forward. I like it so far. I'm having a coffee break. We bought this absolutely ugly as, I think this would be called like a table, maybe a tablecloth, maybe a table runner, or maybe just a tea towel. I don't really know. I hate it, but I thought it would look really nice to have some bows. So we're gonna chop her up and we're gonna make some bows. Scissors. I made my first little red bow. For a minute there, I thought it was going to kill me. Hang on, let's see if I can get the bow in focus. Here we go. So, our first little rustic red bow from the ugly fabric that we bought. And we're gonna put them on our sticks as part of the decoration. I think it's really cute. I think it'll come together well. All you have to do to make the bow is we're gonna cut long strips to start with, and they need to be around 70 centimeters long. I got this tutorial off of TikTok. I'll see if I can tag it if you want to see the original creator. It's a great video, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to watch it maybe 100 times in order to get it to work. If you're using fabric like this fabric isn't slippery like a ribbon, so you do have to work with it in a bit of a different way, but it still works perfectly fine, and I'm happy to have a bit more of a rustic look for these because it's just gonna hang off my little branches. You get your length, just cut off your fabric, and you want to start spinning it around your fingers. Now again, I'm not gonna do the tutorial because I'm not gonna do it justice, and I find explaining it a bit difficult. I'll give it a go, but see the original video if you want to know more. You hold the ribbon in your hand with your 2 fingers, and then we're gonna wrap it around our fingers. And if you want a bigger bow, maybe separate your fingers a little bit. A smaller bow, you would keep them small. This is quite thick fabric, so I'm gonna keep my fingers quite far apart. Through the middle, around. Now you want to push it under the back, which is the thing that secures it. This can be a little fiddly, just give me a second. Here we go. Now what I found is because I've had to loosen it to get it through, you want to like tighten and then pull. Well, what have I done here? This is what happened last time, and I thought I'd got it. What's going on? Now I've completely lost my place. We're gonna try again. This is where I started to feel like I was going like a little bit mad last time. We go around. Now this part we want nice and flat. It's the thing that holds our bow down. I feel like this is where I lose it. We want to go under here, but not destroy the front. It's the front, so that has to go around there, I think. Did I do it? Did I do it? Wait, did I do it? Did I? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, that is exercise for the brain, isn't it? This fabric is particularly hard to make bows, but I feel like I've committed to it, and so here we are. Something that I wanted to do for an hour is probably going to take me 10 hours. Okay, it is cute. It is cute. And then you just cut your ribbon to be like a little bit more in proportion, and you've got yourself a little bow. So cute! So cute! 2 little bows. So I'm now gonna make maybe 5 or 6 more. Try not to go insane. This would be a good activity in front of the TV, or like if you were just chilling at night, listening to an audiobook or music or something, because it's a bit fiddly. But if you're like me and you like to enjoy your DIYs with some music in the background, it's the perfect activity and very Christmassy. Last bow. Spot for it. Cute. Do we see the vision coming to life? I think this is so cute. I actually love it more than I thought I was gonna love it. So we're gonna push on. I was thinking we could add some old school tinsel to the branches just to give it a bit of Christmas bling. This is a German, I'm pretty sure it's German or Scandinavian Christmas tinsel made from aluminium. Yes, it's made in Germany. So it's this brand here. We got it shipped in from Germany. We actually bought like 7 packs because we just didn't want to run out. So we have like an endless supply of vintage Christmas tinsel. But you gotta get the good stuff if you want to get it, because it just, they'll last forever. Like we reuse them every year. We use them on our Christmas tree and on these little kind of installations, and it's just feels very nostalgic and very beautiful. So I'm thinking of just kind of draping it over and having them just sort of flow down to add some Christmas sparkle and some depth. I mean, I could do it like a little bit lighter on. You can do tinsel in like a few different ways. You can do them more individually like this so that they're a bit thinner, or you can do them in clumps. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit more sparingly, just not to take away from the bows, and we're just going to put a little bit of tinsel on, maybe like 3 or 4 strands at a time. Just give it a bit of drama. Oh my gosh, Chai's asleep on the floor there and he just looks so cute. You're so cute, Papa. You're so cute. It's so cute. I can't believe that this was $15 and some sticks from the op shop. I actually really love the situation that's going on over here, and I feel like I'm going to use this brass pot a lot in the future. On this side, I don't want to detract too much from this, so I'm just going to put, this is the kind of rustic bowl that we had here before, and I'm going to fill it with pine cones. These actually have such a funny story. These were in the house when we first bought it. There was like a little display we bought in the like late part of October, and they had filled an old fireplace with like these sparkly pine cones, and so when we moved in, I like pulled them out and put them in a box, and now when I use them, it makes me think of when we bought the house, because this was what was used as the display. I'm just going to put them in here. They're cute. And here we go. Sweet and simple little office installation. I ended up putting our ribbons and twine back there because I just know that we'll be wrapping presents with them, and the space has to be functional. But for a little bit of fun and a bit of a DIY, this has been really enjoyable. I hope that this has just brought a little bit of joy to your day and shown you that you can do some really fun Christmas decorations and decor on a budget, and also reusing, upcycling and recycling things from op shops, thrift stores, or things you just find around the house, honestly. It's just really lifted by Christmas spirits. DIYs do that. If you're feeling a bit glum or a bit tired toward the end of the year, put on some Christmas music and do a Christmas DIY. It just brings the festive joy back into the season. And if you master the bow, let me know. It took me a second, but I think we got there in the end. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this short video. I thought it would be something different, a little bit fun, so let me know if you liked this kind of video, and we can do some more for you. It's been fun hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!